Make this the happiest summer yet with the kiddos by teaching them useful methods to make experiences more pleasurable. Here to share more is author and leader in the field of children's emotional health. We have Maureen Healy. Welcome, Maureen.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course. And Maureen, your first tip for happier experiences is bouncing back from challenges. Could you tell us more about that?
Sure, we all know that it's been a rough few years for all of us, but for some people more than others. And helping kids learn how to point in a happier direction is important. So, said differently, there's no experience that's wasted. So, helping them learn how to use that energy of challenge as a stepping stone is really important. And that includes reframing challenges, learning how to see, as long as you're learning from something, it can be considered constructive, right? So it's like learning how to use whatever energy that you're experiencing as a stepping stone.
Yeah, it's that continuous growth. And next, you say helping someone else is good for our kids. Could you explain?
Sure. I mean, we all know the science shows that, you feel good when you're helping someone else, whether it's helping mow the lawn for your neighbor, whether it's helping your mom set the table, whether it's helping, your dad in the backyard. It doesn't really matter what you're doing. It can even be helping a friend with, the end of year exams and tutoring them and helping them get something they haven't gotten.
Yeah.
But any act of helping, even whether it's donating or anything small to bigger, will just naturally boost your feel good feelings.
Yeah, and I think it's so key to teach kids that at a very young age, just so they can get used to that and doing kind things for other people. And your next tip emphasizes on gratitude. What do you mean by that?
That's a great question. So gratitude is that feeling of being thankful, right? And appreciation is when you demonstrate it, when you show it to someone, whether you write a thank you note or you bake someone cookies or something to that effect. But it's really learning how to feel good and be thankful for what is there, and that's really important as well. And one thing that a lot of kids can do that doesn't take a lot of time, or families can do at dinner time or before bed, is look at what were the three good things from today. Science shows that if we do that after 3 weeks, your mind naturally starts looking for the good things happening, and that boosts your mood and helps you become happier. So it's not like happiness like a static feeling. It's really, how do we become happier? How do we feel better than before?
I like that you mentioned saying with your kids, three good things that happened to you today. I think even us as adults, we could do that just to kind of end the day on a positive note. And your next tip emphasizes and highlights making memories.
Absolutely. Science shows that, when we have good experiences and we have photographs and we put them around the house or wherever we're, our office or our home, it immediately lifts our mood and we remember that positive experience. So my recommendation is to fill your happiness buckets this summer. It doesn't have to be expensive things, but it's things that help you feel good. Take photos of them and then put some photos around your child's room or the kitchen or the living room. A lot of people do this naturally, but do it with intention, I think, is really important, and it just boosts mood.
And why do you think it's important that kids see that their parents are reflecting this as well? So not only just teaching kids, but seeing their parents do it as well.
I mean, I'm a big believer that children become what we are with
Yeah.
the example that we set. So we can say all sorts of good things, but until we show them that emotions are healthy, they're natural. My book, The Happiness Workbook for Kids, it helps kids understand their emotions and express them constructively and then point toward happier life experiences. So I think that that's just really important because you're showing kids. It's like, learning how to feel your best isn't like something you do in third grade. It's a lifelong endeavor, right? It never sort of stops. We all have emotions. We're all learning. We're all hopefully growing. And we all can learn how to handle situations, whether it's a pandemic or a flat tire or a pop spelling quiz. We're all learning.
Yeah. And lastly, Maureen, you say learn something new with the kids. Could you emphasize on that?
Yeah, I would even go a step further and say, yeah, science shows that when you learn something new and you challenge yourself and you master something, it helps you boost mood. But I'm even a fan of like having kids be the teacher and you be the student. So if you're wanting to learn how to calm and take deep breaths or do another activity to calm, I would have the child teach me. I would share them something and say, oh, can you teach that to me, so they can feel like they're the boss. So be really creative with it.
Yeah. And could you tell us, you mentioned a little bit earlier, your happiness workbook for kids. Could you tell us more about that?
Sure, the Happiness Workbook for Kids. It's a book that's, my last book, The Emotionally Healthy Child, was for adults. So this is for children, so that they can have their own ahas on what are emotions, how do they work, how do I express them constructively, how do I make smart choices, and what direction is happier.
Yeah.
So it's really for elementary school children to move through it and do activities and ideas and strategies to help them feel their best and then do their best. So
Yeah.
it's the type of learning I would have loved in school.
Yeah, I think it's so important to have. And could you tell us maybe some of the activities that kids can experience when reading your book?
Sure. I mean, I have a smart choices checklist. I think no matter what your age is, life comes down to choices. So learning how to continue to make smart choices, even when you have tricky emotions.
Yeah.
There's activities for like the child that runs hot, gets really annoyed and frustrated and angry really quickly. For example, I have a name. I call myself Mad Mo when I'm in traffic. That's really the only time I get frustrated, but it's learning how to do ideas and strategies
Yeah.
to, name and tame and handle emotions to the best of your ability so that happier becomes easier, right?
Yeah.
With practice, it's happier is a skill and we can all learn it.
We can all learn from it. Maureen, thank you so much for joining us this morning. And for more children-friendly tips, you can check out growinghappykids.com.